Hey, what's up guys? Today's video I'm going to take you along for a little bit of a vlog style video. I'm still going to document the actual mods that we're doing in this video on their own separate video so that it's kind of documented and people can go and check those out. But at the same time, I got to do some running around, so I figured why not take the camera along with me. So first things first, let's go out to the garage and I'll try to explain something to you guys. I think I briefly spoke about it earlier, but I'll show you again. So here we are out in the garage. We got a ton of stuff to do today. This one needs an oil change. Maybe I'll do that with you guys. I just, basic maintenance, that has to be done. And we just did the O2 sensor on this, so that is good. And on this thing, I'm going to the store right now because I got to get a few things. I'm changing out the coolant and the hoses on this, which I'll have that separate video for you guys, but I need to go pick up the coolant because it does take a special kind of coolant in this thing. And then if I can find what I'm looking for right now, I think it's those brackets. I think I started to tell you guys about this and I did in another video, but if you guys aren't up to speed on that, I have these brackets for the Dakota and I'm gonna take one of these along with me because I want to get the proper hardware for this. So you'll see a hole here and then obviously there. What these are rear shock extenders for the Dakota to put the suspension and the shocks that I have in the proper geometry. So Jason had these ones laying around. I tried them. They fit somewhat, but they weren't an exact fit. I kind of had to mess with them a bit. So I figured I would get ones that hopefully were supposed to fit, which were these. So these were really expensive for what they were. They were 60 bucks. And it came with these two brackets and the hardware, which is not cheap by any means. But these fit even worse than these ones did. So if you notice the distance from the hole to the back of the bracket, at least these ones were tight. The only issue I had with these ones is that this hole was off a little bit. And if you'll notice the step that's in this bracket, it's located in a different spot. So see how that goes there and this hole is there, and then there's this notch out here. I guess I could almost do that with that. Maybe I'll do that. So see how this right here, how this line goes there? This arch here presses against the actual bracket, but maybe looking at this now, I might just modify these ones. So I might cut this across here and go across there. And if I do that, this will fit perfectly on the truck. So issue with these ones is if you see how tall they are, or maybe if this might be a better way of showing you. If you look at how tall these are, these ones have a huge gap here, and which would allow the bracket to rock like this. And I wasn't cool with that. The guy said, oh, just let it rock and then, tighten it up and then you'll be good to go. And I really didn't want to do that. So I'm going to return those and I'm going to get some hardware for these. So bring this along with us. We got to get hardware, got to get our antifreeze, and we'll see what else we get into. We're going to take the Dakota today and we'll go. Okay, the other thing I need is I got all these brand new silicone ply hoses for the Viper. And I want to go get a couple more of these spring style clamps. You don't really want to put worm gear ones on these. These spring style should be okay. And there's a combination. So this little hose is going to replace that one. But it has one of these kind of non-reusable clamps on this side. So I wanted to go ahead and get, so you can see it's got spring style there, but these two, they don't. So I want to go get a few of these, hopefully from Napa as well. So we'll go ahead, bring this with us. We have something to reference, and we'll see if we can get a few more of these style clamps. And a couple small other things. I do have this Lucas oil, Belle supercharger oil that came in. I ended up getting two more V-band style clamps as well for our exhaust work that we're going to be doing as well shortly. All right, boys, here she is. Let's open her up, start her up, and go. Okay, we're at our first stop, TSC, for the hardware for this. All right, so here's the hardware section. Now I just gotta find what we want here. So I'm gonna go through all these bolts, see where it is, and I'll show you guys once I find whatever I'm looking for here. Okay, so here's the setup. We've got these little 5/16 bolts. They're gonna go on the back. So we got 2 of those. Got lock nuts, washers, and we got the 2 main bolts that are gonna go through here with the washer. And then I've got these 2 lock nuts as well for the other side. So we should have all the hardware to make this work. Let's go to the next store. All right, boys, we got all our hardware. Let's go to the next stop. One of the other stops is I want to go to Le Schwab and get an alignment for this thing properly one of these days, but it's closed on Sunday, so I'll have to go a different day. All right, guys, next stop, Napa. So we're gonna get the coolant and a couple small things from here. I'll be right back. All right, so we're out of Napa, and this is the coolant that I've been running in the Viper and had good results. So this is 100%, so I do still have to get some distilled water. And surprisingly, I don't know. They didn't say they had any of these. I'm pretty sure they do. I just think the guy didn't know where to look in the catalog, because I know Napa has pretty much everything. But I wanted to see about getting some of these spring style clamps. I might stop by AutoZone, see if they have any in the help section, because I know they sometimes have stuff like this, but either that or I'm gonna have to get them online. But that's about it. Let's keep rolling. Well, I tried going to O'Reilly's and no luck. Wasn't really expecting it. I honestly do not like O'Reilly's. That place takes forever for some reason, and they never seem to have what I need. So let's keep going, see what we get into. All right, next up is Walmart, you guys, for some distilled water. All right, so I managed to get the distilled water, which you might be able to see right there. So let's head back finally. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering how my temps are doing. So it is super hot out again today still, which I'll prove to you. 103 degrees. And there's my temperatures, just driving around, running errands in town, stop and go traffic. So she's running good. Now that I actually have water in it, because like I said, I think it was a little bit low and needed to be burped a little bit. And with that fan, she's staying cool when we're just cruising around. So it's working a lot better now. And that's with the 180 degree stand thermostat, just so you guys know. All right, guys, so we're back. And we'll go into the garage here. Let's go grab my bolts. But we're back. Sorry. And we're back, and what is gonna go on now is I was just messing with this for a second. You guys are gonna laugh. So I told you guys we got a bunch of different projects going on here all at once. So that's kind of the way this vlog style video is gonna go, to kind of show you guys what goes on in preparation for some of these videos that are all finally tuned and polished. So this clamp, I think I mentioned earlier, was over there before, and I replaced it with a worm style one right here. I think I showed you this, but I'll tell you guys again. And if you look at it, it's kind of egg shaped. I know I have a fisheye on this GoPro, but it is egg shaped. And one of the perks of having the Dakota is sometimes you end up with spare parts. So like I was mentioning, I was trying to go to the different stores to see about getting more of these spring style clamps, and I had these extra heater hoses from the Dakota, which ironically are the exact same size. So I ended up getting them so that we can use them with our silicone hoses, and I'm actually out here just freshening them up. So I've got all these spring style, which are the exact same size. They were just a little bit, you know, discolored, but nothing a little black paint can't fix. And there's actually black ones. I don't know why, but Mopar seems to have combinations of silver and black of the exact same clamp. If you notice, this one's silver. Over here it is black. So same clamp, there's another black one, but then they use silver over there. So who cares about the consistency? As long as it's the same clamp, I'm cool with it. And we've already got most of them, so I'll be able to use 2 of these here and here, so we should be able to get this job done. Oh, also, I'll pop this open for you guys. I'm waiting for the stuff to arrive for the Dakota. If I can open this with one hand and talk. Hold on. There we go. So I'll talk about this for a second with you guys. So, don't ask me why this is such a big box. I think this is a total waste, along with all this packing, for something as ridiculous as what you're about to see inside of it. Jeez, look at this. Honestly, they could have saved me the box. I wouldn't have minded. So I got another one of these, a Dorman. And if you look inside of all of this packaging, you get the tiniest little thing. Look at that, all this packaging just for this. So this is our tailgate bushing, and then Dorman screwed up and sent me the wrong tailgate latches for the Dakota, because I got 2 new tailgate latches for the Dakota. along with both bushings, so that thing is no longer going to rattle by the time we're all set and done. We're going to have 2 brand new bushings in the hinges, and then we'll have 2 brand new latches with all new hardware. So that thing will be done rattling finally once and for all for under $100. And that's about it. I'm going to get to work on the Viper here. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for most of today's little vlog. I kind of ran out of time today, so I'm not going to do the oil change on this, but there's just some minor stuff. I don't know, somebody might be coming to look at this tomorrow for sale, so we'll see what happens there. What else can I update you guys on? I'm going to try and get those rear shock lowering brackets on there, so I'll get those on there now that I have the hardware. I'll modify those ones that I have that Jason had. I'm going to try and send back those other ones. I think the guy's going to fight me on it a little bit. We'll see what happens there. And right now I'm going to get these heater hoses on it, and you guys will see that in a separate complete video. So I'm going to keep that dedicated for a lot of the Viper guys. That way if they're looking for it, they don't have to watch me running around doing all the vlog stuff. They just get right into the actual repair. So I'll have that. And then once this thing is back up and running, this week I want to install that kit that I have. Got the crank pin kit from Rowe. So thanks again to Rowe Racing. So here's the crank pin kit. We're going to be installing that from Rowe Racing, and we're going to get real close to being able to supercharge this thing here soon. So like I said, I have my air fuel ratio gauge. I should be getting a boost gauge this week for this car. My autometer dual gauge pod shows up this week, and I'm trying to go get, I have to pick, and maybe you guys can help me with this decision down below. Either the Dakota, I'm going to go see Jose, and we're gonna just tone the exhaust note down a tiny bit. We're gonna put a couple more resonators on it just to knock the edge off the sound. Or we're gonna go and put the Hellcat mufflers or resonators on the Viper. So I'm building a new little section where the Borlas sit, so I can swap the Hellcat resonators out with the Borla ones that are sitting in the side sills. So which one should I get done first? Should I get the Viper done and see how that sounds, or should I tone down the Dakota a tiny bit? I just want to knock it off a tiny little bit, just because there's a tiny little bit of rasp, I think, or feel. So it'll just turn it down just a little bit, get rid of that extra little bit. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, or what else you guys want to see that maybe I'm missing. I think I still got to get you guys some exhaust clip sound. I think that's probably, the light bulb just went off my head on what I'm missing for you guys, and I think that's what it is, and maybe I can explain the rasp situation a tiny bit better. So if you did enjoy this video and the style content, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you guys prefer background music behind all of the vlog and stuff like that, and like all the talking, or if you just rather just cut to the nitty gritty and there's some sort of scenic sound or part in the video that you guys want to have background music there. Kind of playing with a little bit of the setup, but let me know down below and hit that subscribe button. See you guys on the next video.